recording button. And
And
we
then I'll type
are
up the
going
message.
live, and whatever message you want to send out, you can do that. But we are live as I throw another thing for Dublin. Check on where my Uber Eats is. Supposedly 30 minutes away, so it doesn't matter. Pull up my dashboard so I can see shit. Oh, do you have a thing you want me to put up?
A thing. What do you
It's
mean?
in content storage. Okay.
You don't have to put it up right away. It'll just be for whenever we
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
that
yeah.
part.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
This is mostly if there's a thing I needed to go grab.
yeah.
Go be the dick in web, or I guess community game night. Play your Titan Cliffs one more time. Like, hey man, we being
Why did
cool?
you
No.
not link? Do I need www to make Discord realize it's a link?
Sometimes.
Oh, I had a capital H. And it did not like
Oh.
the capital H in HTTPS.
I want to stream together. I guess if Chris wanted to stream, we can just hit his button.
No.
That's fine. End collab. End collab. Hitting buttons. Don't need this one up here. My chat. Bip, 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 bip. How's it going, Sketch? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm a little upset. I'm a little upset at it. But overall, it's fine.
Now to pull up chat, and I'm actually ready to talk instead of just pretending I'm ready.
Yeah.
List is quite good. Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I will play the game again.
I we'll get into it. It's overall very good. So we'll just get into it. I'm going to say that Rampage high roll bullshit is still possible. Beyond that, I can really see it. Rampage. The thing is, in universes, I think Rampage bullshit is generally okay as high rolls, right? If you go occasionally, someone is allowed to go. They checked fives, and you checked bad. It's okay to kill someone.
Yeah, I think like we probably want to give it a couple minutes, but
Yeah.
I think we should pull up
just,
the I think we should pull up the ban list at whatever point. Oh, you already have it.
I already have it up. Yeah. I already have it up.
Because there's a couple of like key sentences that I think shed a lot of light on their thought process.
Yeah. And this is more of like thought process entirely on what they think of the design of the game, and like, yeah, City Rampage is annoying, right? They're never gonna touch it. I can post to Twitter, I guess. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's annoying when the high roll bullshit happens, and then you just die, right?
Yeah, but now we get to do that high roll bullshit with the cooler Godzilla in March or whatever. Or January or I guess by the time those are in people's hands and then on the secondary market,
Yeah.
It'll be time to prep for Worlds, and I won't care about playing Burning
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Um,
Like ultimately, knowing that character doesn't have access to Undaunted Raid, doesn't have access to Jet Burn, um, will no longer have access to teaming, right? I'm sure Justin's brewed up decks went, oh yeah, I'm doing 50 plus damage on turn two because he's going probably effectively Titan Cliff, a thing, a thing, teaming, right? Because
the
he's
list I
allowed,
had worked up weren't
yeah,
even playing Titan Cliff
yeah,
because I didn't like the Earth 6 checks aren't as good
yeah,
as
chaos ones,
the Chaos ones,
hmm
and that character doesn't care about finally free
yeah.
expressly.
He also can't play
So,
finally free, so it doesn't matter. It'd just be like finding good
oh,
Earth,
true, true,
yeah,
true, true. The Earth specific ones are like
yeah,
not very good,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
If
yeah.
you don't care about counters, you don't
It'd be
need.
like ultra regen to survive a little bit
Yeah,
longer, or like I need to fix this thing. Um,
you always have the zero diff. You have the Mount Lady one
yeah,
that like helps you with review a little bit,
yeah.
and then you have ultra regen, and then you've got like there's
Number
a couple of
10,
like
you have like,
Chaco ones.
yeah, it's like fine. Um,
Yeah, I didn't think you needed Titan Cliff and Burning
no,
Godzilla.
I don't think you did either.
Uh,
Like I think,
and so like my
we,
list was a lot of like teaming was going to be pretty
yeah,
important, but I wanted to go like Ice Sword, commit your speed hate, and
yeah,
then um,
yeah. Because
do
before we found out that he was not,
defeating the Colossus Titan for 1 more billion.
yeah. Before we found out that he was like banned or that he's not playable until March, my list was like enough talk, Earthbreakers, defeating, teaming, smashing stomp, plus ultra prominence burn, Hunter's ally, whale. So like,
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I think there's like a lot of I'm excited to like mess around with that character
mm-hmm,
and figure out what the exact like lineup is or whatever
yeah,
once it's time.
yeah,
I think that character is probably good.
yeah. I think he's neat. And we'll have like less bing bongs and stuff. I think maybe. I don't even know. I guess you'll have the same amount. Earth doesn't really have bing bongs, so it doesn't super matter. Um,
Yeah, the one that was in the card gallery today is not on Earth, right? It's on fire.
yeah, it's on fire. I think that's a
It's
good
like
one.
fire void or
That's
whatever.
it's
The one that gives
fire
1/1.
one
Yeah, that
one.
one
Yeah,
is
that's a
really
good
good.
one. Yeah,
There was a cool Ino card that they showed, but it doesn't have both of her symbols. It's like only fire, I think.
yeah,
It's like a fire air card that I was like, oh, this is sick, and
yeah. Do we still have? Are they up on Ultra yet?
I doubt they're on Ultra,
Who
but they're in
knows?
the card gallery on the UVS website.
Oh. Uh, UVS games. Universes.
Oh, it's Ramathal's Great Swords.
Oh
Name
yeah,
a block zone, gets three
yeah,
damage. Your rival may reveal a card from their hand with that matches the block zone.
yeah. Just name a block. Like, hey man, show me a high attack, or else I get 3 damage. Which is like, it's a weird game to play, right? Is show me the block zone for my attack, right?
Well, it doesn't. You don't have to name the
Yeah,
zone that your attack is,
yeah.
right?
You can
You
name
can,
anything,
yeah, like I'm playing a low attack. Show me a high blocker. I get 3 damage,
but it's also
and
like,
they're like, I'll decline to do that because I have a low block. And
yeah,
then you're like, okay, it's a high now.
yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. I'll change the zone to some other thing. It's
Did you have a high? Just not want to show it to me,
yeah,
or did you not have one?
yeah.
And I think that's a fun gameplay.
Yeah. That's an interesting way of like going about things. I'm gonna get some soda real
Um,
quick before we really get into it.
okay, yeah, that works. I was gonna say we should get started because I don't want to be live super late. Chat, how was your emotions around the ban list? Were you excited?
you ask chat?
If they were excited,
Oh yeah.
like when it happened, like what was your initial reaction? You read the
Um,
list.
yeah, I read the list. I mean, we can save that for it, or we can just go back over it once we actually really start.
Yeah, we just get
Yeah,
started now.
yeah, that's fine then. I got my soda, so we're good. So initial reactions. Let me pull the thing back up. The first one hurt my soul. I understand why. We've talked about this one forever, right? Where'd it go? Where did it go? Did I lose it? Did it end up beneath everything? There it goes. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. It's being stupid. Sure. Now it works. Whatever. Okay. There we go. The first one hurts, right? Seeing Pony get hit with the once per game, or once per turn, once per turn for card clear, like that one
Uh-huh.
hurts. I always be like, I thought it'd be like, all right, we're gonna hit Pony, right? This has been talked about for the entire time this character's been out, right? She's always been showing up to do a bunch of stuff. She's always been killing people,
Mhm.
playing too many cards. Now she's like, all right, you get one a turn. You get one. And I'm like, can I get two? Two feels fine.
Yeah. Truly, I did not have Pony on my radar
Mm-hmm.
for like a thing that they would actually touch.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, all right, it's been a year and a half, right? We've had her floating around for a year and a half. You're also frozen, so let me pull up. There we go. Now you're moving again. It's been a year and a half of Pony just doing Pony things. I figured UVS was like, it's just what Pony does. That's just what she does, right? We can make some worse attacks or something, or we'll like hit an attack that she wants to play. Do any of those sorts of things, and then hit her with the once per game or once per turn clear thing, which is fine, right? And then she's like, you also have to, I guess you also have to think as if she plays any of these tension moves, she now also has a second free clear. Where, oh, you blocked the
Yeah.
thing, I'll spend my momentum, I'll clear it out.
Mhm.
And if you, and I was thinking about this earlier, that if you look at Tam's Mikasa 4 deck, that's doing what Pony is doing without any of the resource spending on it. If you can find
Yeah.
a way to play Hunter's Ally with like Anchor Shot, which does clear itself out, so now it's a 4 mid
Yeah.
for 5 that does clear itself for no counters. It's better than, it just doesn't draw a card, so it's slightly worse lethal slash. Um,
Yeah.
so
The
it's interesting, right? There's a lot of moving pieces that she's probably still fine. She's not going to be as oppressive. She's not the standout aggro format, aggro 5 hand or aggro 7 hander playing a bunch of cards on to kill you. You might play someone else. You might go play Mikasa 1. You might go play Levi 2, the one that like clears it or like deals damage or something.
Yeah, burns you for
Yeah.
the control value
Yeah.
of whatever. Yeah. Pony seems interesting to me now as like a zone mix up speed character, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit of like Eno energy but with speed instead of
Yeah.
damage. Or like a Mirio energy, but for
Yeah.
a higher cost, obviously.
She's like
Um,
actually she's encouraging you now to play more defense, right? Which if you're
yeah,
playing Pony well, you're already kind of doing. She played well into the meta outside of super aggressing into you. She's like, I'm not gonna die unless I really run out of cards. Now it's I
yeah,
now you get
or
to be
fail to kill you or whatever.
right,
Like
right,
go for the line, play my last card. Oh, I was one short, or I
yeah,
got half blocked, and I don't have lethal or whatever.
yeah.
Like
I could
that
see,
happened every time I played Godzilla. I murdered Pony because they
yeah,
just like went in, did
yep,
32, and then I was like, time to die.
yeah, yeah, and that is the thing, right? Is maybe now they play more conservatively, and we see ponies
Yeah.
actually go up. Like they nerf the character. Character now has better win rates because they're not playing like apes.
Yeah, I think the play percentage will go down enough
Mm-hmm.
that we just like won't see the character significantly.
Yeah,
Because it does hurt the existing like archetype and the way people play it, and
right,
the psychic damage of all of that is
right.
gonna have a pretty big impact. But I like I didn't expect it just because like she'd kind of been pushed out by Porco a little
Yeah,
bit,
yep. Porco and
and
Devilgen, they're like playing very similar styles, and they're like, oh, these two
yeah,
kill people.
and I think it's really good on UVS to have said, okay, we've taken an action that we think
Mm-hmm.
lowers Porco and Devilgen that
Yeah,
we'll get to in a second.
yep,
That could mean Pony also shoots back up. Let's
right,
also touch that.
right.
Um,
And we have talked about
so
before where like they need to make measured actions, right? They can't just go, we only hit one thing, because other than that, and we can talk about this afterwards. If we only hit one or two decks, then what happens afterwards, right? We get rid of Pony, who shoots up. We get rid of Deku, who shoots up. Thanks, Lenoco.
Um,
Also, great job
but the
today.
next,
Levelist today, Lenoco.
I don't think he made the decision.
I know. I just want to let him know that.
He did upload the website on
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
So
yeah.
congratulations.
Congratulations. Hey, you know what? Props to UVS. I gotta give props to UVS sometimes. I can't just be a naysayer all the time.
True. The next one, though, this is a hot one. Next one is we finally banned sweeping daggers. And by finally, I mean the card's only been out for like 8 months, and it's been ill-advised since it was revealed. This is just not an effect that we should have put on a card. This sweeping shadow banned so much stuff, and I, for one, am glad to see it
Yeah,
rot to hell.
yeah. Like I think it's a good ban, right? It is a good ban. I'm not gonna say it's a bad ban. It's a good ban. This card does a lot. It does everything your opponent's deck does, even if it doesn't matter to your deck.
Uh-huh.
Like the amount of times I didn't need an echoed sweeping daggers, but if I hit an echo move, now I have two sweeping daggers.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean it for that to happen. But hey, what? How great! And then it would. And in next set, it would have been, hey, what if my sweeping daggers all had tension?
Yep. Yeah, and like obviously it's particularly offensive to me because I like did poorly at a tournament
Yeah.
because I like last minute pivoted
Right.
around playing around it and then like did shitty because my deck wasn't very good without the card I took out.
Yep.
Like,
oh, you're talking about back in Jacksonville where you're like, I'm
yeah,
using
yeah,
the sweeping
yeah,
daggers because it hits my 9 diff, and you're like, don't play the 9
so then
diff.
I took the 9 diff out, put some other cards in, and it turns out my deck just wasn't very good without the 9 diff because it was the reason to play the deck or whatever. And, you know, like whatever. But this card is just so it's overstated. It does everything.
Yep.
It had to go, and I'm glad that it's gone.
And we want to talk about anything about like what they say here, where it's like the fun part.
I want to go through the whole. I want to go through the whole
Okay.
list first, and then talk about like the specific stuff.
Okay, so moving on to the big tear of the format. I think we've said on stream like this one probably is the tempered one to go to hit the Devilgen decks, to hit the Porco decks before they actually like do other things. Right? Is teaming with the Attack Titan, 8 diff, 5 mid, 5 gets minus the difficulty for each attack in your card pool, minimum 1, so it can be like on a 5 basically with 3 attacks.
What a joke.
Yeah, what a joke. what a 5 diff all the time, right?
One diff it's on a 5.
20 zone changing. I guess it does that. Like that's a text on the card.
Text that got used on the card sometimes.
Yeah, big Porco hit, big Devilgen hit. I don't know who else is playing this. I think there was talk of. I know I've played it in other decks, right? Where it's like, oh, I'm on fire. I can just play teaming for strings. I'll play Grishes so I can pick up my teaming.
It's I mean, it was a big Emir piece back when that deck was like pretty popular.
Yep.
I don't know. This was an AOT3 card, right?
Yeah. AOT2 card.
An AOT2 card. So this should have been in Mike's OCE or EU winning Ymir deck.
Mm-hmm.
And it was not Sag. But anyway, ignoring me being bad.
I mean, it could have been, right? He could have played it. It's an option that he could have done if he's really stringing out for how that deck works. Because he's playing Mists of Despair, so he could have been like, hey, I'll hit you with a Mists. It's that one's for 10, and now my teaming is on a 1.
Yeah, he was playing Lethal Slash instead.
Yeah.
Effectively.
Yeah.
But no, I think this hits Devilgen and Porco like just enough. I said it in our like team chat, I think, but it takes away some of their reach, right? Like Devilgen, you could get in situations where they like play heist on a 5, check a 3, they play their second attack on a 5, they check a 3, they use their once per turn, to stuff in. They check to 4. They commit their last of their
Mm-hmm.
3 foundations. Then they stuff,
Yep.
and okay, they've used like all of their resources for the turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're done.
Yeah.
And then they're like, actually, JK, I stuffed in a teaming, build in a
A
blimp, pick up
blimper.
teaming.
Yep.
Now time to play 3 teamings on 5s, and you're just like, okay, fuck me, I guess. I thought I was fine when you checked bad twice and committed everything in your stage and use your once per turn check hack. But
Nope. Let's check some
okay,
5s. I'll check
guess I'll
5s.
guess I'll
That's all.
die.
Yep. Yeah, I
uh,
think it teaming being gone and teaming being the attuned piece that does it, I think opens the door for whether people consider other symbols for Devil Jin. Like fire is probably worse, but it does give you potentially Luna to Harris if you want to do that. I know for Porco, I think Luna to Harris is now much more the viable option. You might play more card pool movement stuff.
Camo counter is just so important to what Devil
Yeah.
Jin is doing that I think you're always going to need hard lock to chaos for that.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe we might see something in like a future set that helps other symbols out. But yeah, on the Porco side, I think you're right that like Luna to Harris is the same difficulty as teaming. Once you've bounced like 3 or 4 cards.
Well, it's like, so that's even the thing, right? Is the first time you go, all right, I will activate my Marley's Warriors. I have +1 to all my checks. I will just play my Taharis on a 6.
Sure, and then you pick it up later.
Yeah, and I can just pick it up later with no problem. And I'll play my 2 more moves. I'll do my card pool movement shenanigans. It's, hey, look, it's back on a 5 or a 6 again at the end of it. And then, do another one, and now that one's on a 5 again. So you're just like doing the same thing, and they're also now throws, so it doesn't matter if your opponent blocks them or not.
And heaven forbid you actually get 6 attacks deep.
Yeah.
Where like you have 6 things leave your card pool, and you draw 2 of them, and now you just have actually infinite of them.
Yeah, yeah, and if you go back to when Porco came out, right, and everyone's like, oh, teaming Luna to Harris, and I was like, all right, my deck is playing a mix of both because they do different things, right? I can start a string with Luna, and I can end a string with teaming. But I'm also going to play these other cards that remove themselves from the card pool. So it's like, I'll play Grog's Rage to get my things powerful. I'll play the 2 diff from Undaunted Red that I can't remember the name of right now.
The Foundation?
The Foundation. You remove it for +2 or -2 damage. Or something.
Yeah. It's a 10-guy card.
Yeah,
I know
10-guy card. Yeah. Ally 10-guy card does a thing. So that counts. Oh, I can play Avoiding Conflict to go deeper into my hand. It also helps on my Bing Bongs. That one counts as a leaving. I can still play anything else that does a lot of things. And hey, guess what? I'm now making my Taharis at the very end even easier to play.
Yeah, and they can play Forcing Surrender for a few more months. They put in a Foundation, then flip and like clear it out or whatever. You can like Porco still has a lot of moves, and that character still has text that it shouldn't have, or doesn't have text that it should have.
Yeah,
I think the character's probably still really good. It's maybe like 10% worse, but that. We'll see it in like a second. We're going to cover the last card and then talk about some of the specifics.
Yeah.
But I think there's a reason for that.
So moving on to the last
only
card.
10% worse.
Yeah. There's other attacks you can put in that now.
Oh, there's two cards.
Oh, there's 2 cards?
Sorry.
Okay. Sure. You want
I
to
forgot we also banned 9 Titans. I forgot we also did that one.
Yeah. You want to cover this one as we start? Because I had to throw things.
Yes. So this one's an interesting one. A lot of people wanted this one to get slapped with Unique. Some people wanted it banned. Some people, like myself included, thought it maybe should be Rock Barrage instead of 9 Titans. And they even kind of say in their thing that, like, by itself, 9 Titans is fine, but Hanji specifically breaks the card.
Yep.
And for whatever reason that their internal playtesting shows, they chose to ban 9 Titans instead of any of the other options, right?
Yeah.
That we could have eroded Hanji, we could have banned Titan Pile, we could have banned Rock Barrage, could have done whatever.
Yeah, they could have hit Hanji with you can still attack her 9 Titans, right? You can attack her 4, and that's fine. That's that's the easiest thing you can do. Like, yeah, you can have it. It's fine. We can kill it. That's all we have to be able to do. Let us hit it, right? That encourages you beat backup decks by attacking the backups, and that's all you have to do, right? Them being invincible behind Hanji is the part that makes them broken, except for when she goes first, and then Titan piles you to death.
Yeah, and Titan Pile was what they're most offended by, and what most people are most offended by out of the
Yeah.
Hanji deck at this point is like, oh, on turn 1 they went first and they built 1 foundation and 3 or 4 Titan backups.
Yep.
Oops, Titan pile for 30.
Yep. Oop.
My bad.
GG, man. Shake my hand. We'll go to the next one.
7 speed for your entire life total. It's turn 2. Hope you build
also,
5 and have a good
also, I hope you don't have a defensive piece because it'll go Rock Barrage, commit your good one, commit 2 of your other ones. You don't get to block the Titan pile anyways.
Just like truly an offensive in the like moral sense.
Yeah.
Not offensive in the offense-defense sense.
It is offensive in the offensive-defensive sense. It is just all...
Yeah, just truly like a heinous thing to be doing to people.
And then
I am sad because some of the decks I like playing,
I
did play it, and I have 4 alt arts of it. But
probably... I know Dan's Anasa deck that I was playing like a couple months ago like dies because this is gone and this was needed to actually like kill people.
Yeah. Sweeping being gone means that like the 4-check peak deck I liked can be played again. But like that was playing 9 Titans and so you got
to it's like fair moves, Yeah. Well, they took away your bad options of not building first or not flipping first with peak. So now you just get to flip first with peak and it's no problem.
Yeah. But we took away my ability to do 20.
But you can do 10 on a move, and it's still 10 speed, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And then the last one, I think, is the controversial one.
Yeah. The one we're here to actually talk about tonight.
Titan Cliff has died.
Yeah.
And this card is like an uncommon from Jetbird or whatever that is...
That's enabled a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
You read it, and you're like, oh, this text is pretty good. And then you play it, and you're like, oh, I checked a 3 on my Titan Cliff. I guess I'll lose.
That feels bad. Good thing I can build in one, right? Good thing I get to build in a 6 check after I check a 3.
Yeah, and then, like, when it came out, it was, like, about Lady Enabler, and it was in a lot of Godzilla decks, and it's been, like, pretty consistently played for a couple of years, but never broken.
Yeah. Like, and I think the most broken thing I've done is I pitched 2 Feral Shrieks and a Wish Heart to it when I was playing Edge Shot one time. I will draw 6.
Yeah, which is pretty sick. You deserve that one.
Yeah. I played with the card. I did the thing I wanted to do.
Or if you pitch one that builds with it, that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Because then you build 2, and that's really good. We love that.
Because, like, what if could you play with any pizza cards where, like, I will discard my pizza cards, build in my pizza cards?
Yeah. There were so many cool things you could have done with Titan Cliff.
Instead, Godzilla was cringe.
Yeah, and we're going to show some stats in a minute that I put together, but if you've never played Godzilla, you've probably played against Godzilla, and you're like, yeah, that character is broken, and whatever, like they just throw too many attacks, and we need to do a lot of the character.
Yep.
If you play Godzilla, you understand Titan Cliff is the best card in that deck, or the best attack in that deck, and it's a country mile to the next one.
Yeah. Like everyone was mad at
I was cutting determined advances to play Titan Cliff.
Yeah.
Like, you should, a lot of the time you're going to play both of them. I was playing like a pretty high density of low attacks, so non-low attacks had to get cut, and like, I cut determined advance over Titan Cliff because Titan Cliff is +3 to your check, not +2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just like...
Like, you could sideboard determined advance if you're like, oh, I think there's going to be a lot of Rodants. I'll sideboard my determined advance for the Rodants specifically, right?
Josh, I'm sure you know, but how many games between the 2 regionals that I played Earth Godzilla at do you think I built a finally free from hand, and my opponent went, you can build a card from your hand?
I want to say about 6. I'm going to say
I think 6. It's 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Because usually there's one in the discard pile.
Sometimes you, like... No, I play Titan Cliff. I understand. Sometimes it goes, I don't have any in here. I'm going to pitch these anyways and go, you're not supposed to be here right now. That's not where this comes from.
I think it happened in a Godzilla mirror one time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I've opened your eyes. You just, like... didn't understand the power.
Yeah. Well, it's like the same Tasty Rift text, right? Where it's like, oh, add a card to your hand. You're like, wait, hold on. Tasty Rift does what?
This
can
is
go to my hand?
What do you mean?
I can pick up a fill with that over and over again? Whoa.
And so, like, I think what people don't realize is just how much this greased your wheels, right?
Yeah.
Even just building a zero diff in Godzilla.
Yep.
It's just like, yeah, I got +1 to my next check.
Yep.
This was a 5 diff.
The tempo swing of I didn't find any more gas, right? I pitched 3 cards, I built a foundation. Do you have a block for this or not? Right? Am I still getting momentum off this? Do you have the high block? In my all lows deck, do you have the high block in game 3?
And the filter is like, God, the best Godzilla players, right?
Yeah.
Can play this on turn 2 and be like, oh, I need to build. I'll pitch 2 attacks.
Yep.
Oh, I get to build now. I'll kill you next turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
It enables everything that deck wants to do.
Oh, I need another 6 in my discard pile for next turn.
Whoop. And you might be saying, Zach, Titan Cliff got printed 2 years ago. Why is this such a big deal now? The answer is finally free, and to a lesser extent, Inspiring Song.
Yep.
Josh, I put together some statistics. Josh has them. If we want to put them on the screen now, and then we'll go back to the article and talk about some stuff. I mapped out 2 stats about Godzilla for 2025 as the year. We got them graphed here. We got the LCQ Worlds, Denver, the EU Regional, Albuquerque, the first OCE, Louisville, Spain, the second OCE, Toronto, and Atlanta. The first OCE was the first event that AOT3 was legal at. That's where Finally Free showed up. And Denver, EU, and Albuquerque is where Inspiring Song showed up. Is the stream frozen?
No, I'm moving stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see, I argued this a little bit in Discords earlier today, but leading up to AOT3, Godzilla was declining, right? It was a pretty high representation at the LCQ. Worlds had a few, but not a ton. Denver had even less. No one played it at the EU Regional at the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. And then it spiked back up at Albuquerque. And it has been trending like in the upward direction since then.
Yep.
And like this is not too egregious outside of the Spain regional where it was like 19% of the meta. 12% of our meta is a lot, but it's not like Riftbound just had a 43% representation of a deck, right?
Yeah,
like,
but they have like 10. They have like 10 decks. They have like only 10 decks. So
isn't it? Aren't there 18 champions in that set?
I have no idea. I don't pay attention to Riftbound.
I'm pretty sure there's like 18 characters. I'm pretty sure it's like a UVS size set.
Okay. Yeah, but like out of UVS, only maybe 4 characters show up at a thing, so maybe 43 is fine-ish. They can't all be winners.
It was a Kirishima 1 situation with that character.
Yeah.
But if you're not alarmed by the play rate, which is like not that extraordinary, but trending up since AOT3. Mm-hmm. We go to the next one. We have the top cut rate.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that it's flat for a little while.
Oh hey, look, they didn't do anything. They just got blocked out. Right?
The World's LCQ and Denver and EU had no top cuts for Godzilla. Mm-hmm. Albuquerque had 1. OCE went back to 0.
Yep.
OCE is like an outlier where Godzilla didn't top either event. Mm-hmm. But Louisville, Spain, Toronto, Atlanta, it has huge top cut representations. It wins Toronto, big representation in Atlanta, like top 8s Louisville.
Yeah.
Is like second or like top 4s in Spain. It's just everywhere since Finally Free released. Mm-hmm. And so when UVS is looking at data, right, they've got to go, what's the problem card?
Yeah. Which thing
Do
did
we
the
want to
thing?
ban Finally Free? And I was like, well, probably not, because that card's like mostly fine and other
Yeah.
stuff.
People,
It's a
other
3 diff.
cards want to see that one. Like, it's a 3 diff, it's a flip effect. You won't get repeated effects out of it, right? Unless you find other ways
Yeah,
to unflip it or rebuild it. But hey, there's this card that rebuilds it. Oh no, we found the thing,
and,
right?
and and even if you ban Finally Free, Inspiring Song is still +2 to the check off Titan
Mm-hmm.
Cliff. Um, the filter is still crazy, and so I think their decision. If we want to go back to the article,
Sure.
this is my stats spiel, but let's go back to the article and
Sure.
read the pony section.
Sure. Alright. So Pony has been a staple competitive play since the release of Attack on Titan Battle for Humanity. She's always, well, we'll not talk about from when, because she's been a competitive character the entire time. With tools made available to her in that set, she became a very fast and very consistent aggro deck. This would be Lethal Slash specifically. And I guess, yeah, it would just be specifically Lethal Slash from that one. After some internal testing, we feel that there's no one specific card propelling her to success. The character herself is doing the heavy lifting in most cases. This action should slow down Pony's devastating offense, but still leave the interesting amount of card movement and horror counter management she always had.
Yeah. So that sentence there of there's no one specific card, the character's doing the heavy lifting.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking to not errata the characters.
Yeah.
Erratas are bad for new players, they're bad for casual players, they're bad for not super enfranchised players. They're bad because your card doesn't do what it says it does.
Yep.
Erratas are just bad for a lot of reasons, right? And so they don't want to do them.
Yep.
When they can. They are absolutely looking. What can we hit that isn't the character card? And I think that's totally valid, right?
Yeah.
And so what do you hit out of Godzilla to fix it? And you could argue maybe City Rampage, but whatever, City Rampage, like I side City Rampage out a lot. Like a lot of the Godzilla decks will side it out, going second for a defensive action.
Yep.
Runaway on Chaos, Jury on Earth, whatever. So it's not necessary for that game plan, but I think their argument, and I believe them to be mostly correct, is that Titan Cliff is necessary for Godzilla's obscene top cut representation since AOT3.
It's very similar to that like back alley haymaker issue that we saw back in Nats, where like, oh, this card is performing way too well, and it's providing too much value for most people. Oh, my back alley haymaker is building in my anti-stun card, right? Mm-hmm. My new back alley haymaker, my Titan haymaker, is now building in my 6 diffs or my 6 checks that give me momentum to fuel my character even more.
Yeah. God, could you imagine Godzilla with back alley haymaker? It'd be so based.
Woo!
God, we're gonna run a heroic event.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be later than I wanted initially, but I can't, man. Heroic sounds like such a toxic hellscape.
It does.
But you get to do some really cool things.
Listen, the best part is, alright, here's the thing about Heroic. Rochester Retro has almost paved the way. They've done their own bans. We can do our own unerratas.
Yeah, they haven't gone that far yet, and they have a lot more support than.
Yeah, but if the appeal is you can play Recovery Girl unerrated, I've been saying at least, hey, younger Toguro is probably fine at this point, right? You can play Ryukyu. We can unerrata Ryukyu. We can unerrata younger. We can leave like VME ban probably.
Yeah,
because that's like the actual problem. Yeah, we can figure it out. We can unerrata things and see what happens. Maybe we unerrata Kirishima too or something. I don't know.
Who knows? But the other stuff I wanted to like read out of this article, was
down to the
sweeping daggers one.
Yeah,
talks a lot about like design limitations, and I think that's something that I appreciate that they're being a little transparent on with this one.
Right.
Is like sweeping is really good. Sweeping is a broken card for sure.
Yeah.
But it is not the singularly most powerful attack you've ever seen. Like it's not like
it's the most
crazy,
okay attack.
right?
Yeah, it's the most okay attack that gets too many things, right?
Yeah, the text on the card is really good, and that pushes it over the edge. And I think it's a broken card, but not. What it's not like. the Kirishima 3 diff.
Kirishima.
Coordinated effort.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not like that level of broken card,
It
right?
didn't enable. It didn't enable anything crazy. Is the main thing. Like coordinated
But
effort enabled a lot of things. However, sweeping
yeah.
daggers abused a lot of things.
And sweeping daggers severely limits your design space, right?
Yeah.
You Colossal Confrontation was shadow banned. You couldn't play that
Yep.
card. It's illegal.
Yep.
Um,
You can play like
the Rumbling gone.
yep.
Not that you can't. Ugh.
If you
That's an 11 diff. You can't get that played at you as a 4 diff.
is it strategic detonation? If you somehow are like playing strategic detonation, you can't let the 4 diff give all your moves 2/2, right? I don't know what deck is playing that one, but you could
Yeah.
have, right? Someone could go, oh, I could play strategic detonation, give everything 2/2. Hey, I know how to make my deck do plus checks. Well, it turns out, well, hey, my sweeping daggers now is +2, gives all my other moves gives all my other moves +2 and +2. That's not fair. That's not a fair ability to do.
Yeah, as a design team, I appreciate that they don't want to go look at Godzilla next year or King of Fighters or Fairy Tale or whatever's coming in 27, Critical Role 2 that I'm convinced is happening. You're never convincing me that that's not happening.
Yep.
They don't want to look at Critical Role 2 in 2027 and be like, the fuck do we do about sweeping daggers?
Yeah.
Because we can't print this card when we can't print this 7 diff that when it gets a 4 diff steals it, it's broken. Yep. And so this, like, their justifications on these are just improving.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. That was where I was telling Lenoco, like, good job with this stuff today. I was like, yeah, I'm happy with how the article was delivered, everything that's in it. They explain their thought process, because that's always what we've been asking. Like, what are they thinking about? What are these things they want to know about? Or they want us to know about, so we know where the design space is. They know sweeping daggers is a problem. They know teaming can kind of be a problem if there's other things that, like, hey, what if we have more issues with stuffing things in the card pool? We're seeing them attempt similar design space with Whale coming up in Guilty Gear, so we get to find out, is this effect too good, right? Is the minimal...
For sure.
It is,
absolutely.
For sure. Yeah, and it has powerful on it, like, that's a different problem. But it is limited to only ally attacks. So it won't be as popular as Porker going, ha, I can do whatever I want, and here's my teaming, right?
Yeah, how restrictive does that effect need to be in order for it to be fine but not broken?
Right.
Is something that the design team is allowed to play with, right? Some contingencies of backseat designers like us would say, like, you should just not print an effect like that because it's too risky.
Or have a good minimum, right? Minimum 1 is probably too much.
Yeah, I have very vocally been in the, like, if you never ban anything, you're not trying to make cool designs camp.
Yeah. And these are the cool cards, right? These were the cool and fun cards to play with.
Yeah, and there are other cool and fun cards to play with, too. So they missed the power level mark on some of them, and now they're fixed, right?
Yeah, like,
the
remember...
format is almost assuredly a better place for it.
Yeah, because, like, we haven't seen... How many Ultra Rares have we never seen hit competitive from Critical Role, right? No one's actually playing Gravity Well or...
how many of the Critical Role Ultra Rares see no play?
Yeah.
It's so many. It's like a billion.
Attack, Ultra Rare.
There are 19 of those. Bagpipe Cacophony sees 0 play. Blessed Metal sees 0 play. Extended Background House, 0. Gravity Well, 0. Grove Keeper's Authority was a meme deck once and saw no play outside of that. Hooligan's Mockery is in a singular deck.
Yep.
Hunter's Ally is very good. Adventurous Creation is very good. Lightning Blast should be good, but hasn't seen representation.
Hasn't found the home yet. Spellbolt,
Nature's Tempest is unplayable.
Yeah.
No Mercy Percy was, like, lived and died with the action ban.
Combined Firepower ban, yep.
Yeah. Orphan Maker is unplayable. Pristine is like a meme. Resilient Charge is unplayable. Spellbolt is unplayable. Spirit Unicorns is a super niche card for one archetype that isn't very good.
However,
Sweeping Daggers is giga broken.
However, we might see some Spirit Unicorns play come out with Strive now that we have more spell support. And as we get base supports, it might, like, pop up more.
It's got text that cheats the game rules, and therefore it should be on, like, a experiment list every time it gets a little more support.
Yep.
It's also an ally randomly.
Yeah.
And has the water symbol, so you can put 8 of this in your deck if you're May.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the one because only one of them doesn't
You
count.
shouldn't. Yeah, you
Yeah,
shouldn't. You could. Um, what's the card pull part? If you ready one or more
yeah.
formations, your next attack
Your
gets a
next attack gets
damage.
+1
Yeah,
damage.
that stacks pretty well if you want to try to one shot
Well,
somebody
there's
after
also
like
like the 3 diff from Strive that if you get a momentum, you ready it. You get to ready it. So like there is absolutely like you can go back and look at these cards. Some of these will probably show up and get play. And there are cool ones, right? Like we talked about, Pristine Sword plays, seeing a little bit of play with some meme decks, doing like
yeah.
Massive Mutant Machine stuff. No Mercy Percy saw its time.
I tried Bagpipe Cacophony a
Yeah.
few weeks ago.
I love Lightning Blast. Inventor's Creation shows up as good tech pieces, right? The response is really good. It's a good defensive and offensive piece. Uh, that
Yeah,
will that will also now get tension when you remove a thing. So like it turns this into a tension move.
yeah, and even like AOT3, right? Aerial reinforcement is like pretty niche. Ackerman team up is niche.
Yeah.
Timely counterattack is good. Armor Titan's Crash is not seeing play. Devour Your Power sees no play. Support for the female Titan is like Aaron 3
It's probably good.
exclusively.
Well, it's probably gonna see like Soul play, right? Because he's gonna
Oh,
get
yeah. So,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Support for the female Titan will come up, but
yeah.
right now has seen no play. Final Slash is not a card. Jaw Titan's Bite is good in like some decks.
Porco and people that want to like
Yeah.
extend their strings, right? It's probably a good Elder card.
Yeah, we'll put
Rumbling,
Jaw Titan's Bite in the good category.
yeah,
Rumbling has
rumbling.
been shadow banned.
Yep.
That card's not allowed because of sweeping. Levi's Retribution is horrible. Strategic Detonation costs too much.
I forgot I
Unrelenting
had to run two.
Advance.
I forgot I had to run two. Honestly.
Yeah. Unrelenting Advance is a reprint of a bad card as an ultra rare. It just as powerful now.
No, it can't leave your
Uh,
card pools. If it could leave your card pool, it might actually be cool. Ban list was 24 cards too short and one
and
card
one card.
too big. Well,
I think
yeah,
Sam is upset about sweeping
probably.
based on some of the comments I saw
Oh
in
yeah.
some Discords.
Okay.
Political Strife is good in the decks that want to play it.
Mhm.
Resurrected Titans is either broken or unplayable depending
Yep.
on your deck. Warhammer Titan Strike did not deserve to have a one check. You could have given it stun 2 and a 2 check and been okay. Titan Artillery could see more play now
Yeah.
that 9 Titans is gone. I want to cope a little bit.
Yeah.
That one
This one
couldn't be
feels
played
like
because it was 2 base
yeah.
damage.
Yeah. So like talking actually about the ban and errata, right? I think this is actually the best ban, right? Yeah, this is gonna stop aggro, right? So your aggro is rushing down, right? It's not rushing down as hard because Godzilla is slowed down a little bit. Teaming your aggro is slowed down a little bit, right? Sweeping daggers, you can now play real cards. You're not banned. Pony isn't trying to kill you on turn 2 as much. And then there's 9 Titans, right? It's the offensive piece that got banned and the defensive piece that got banned. You now can play your wimpier moves. You aren't locked behind. I have to have everything be at least 4 base damage and then have a damage pump to go with it. So you're allowed to play other characters now, right? You're not locked to I need enough damage to be able to kill Hanj. I need enough damage to kill these backup decks. Your other moves now get to do actually important, valuable things.
Yeah.
Like,
And Hanji's Last Stand is like kind of sorry to finish the AOT3 list. Hanji's Last Stand is good but a little niche. Thunderspin Barrage is broken and Unyielding is broken.
Yeah.
So we're like a little over 50% of like unplayable ultra rares out of even AOT3. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is goddamn filled with unplayable ultra rares. That probably will never see play because they're just not good enough.
I mean, we're seeing Stomp Through Town see weird play. We're seeing. I think there's experimentation that you can do with some of these. I don't think we need. Some of these just probably didn't need a tube check. Like, we'll see. I think once we see rotation, we'll see some of these actually get more play. Because there's just better versions of older cards that exist.
Yeah, or Godzilla is good and they still won't be played.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to. We're focused on the ban list. I don't want to talk about why forward flip slash should have been able to echo itself for
yeah,
and would have not been broken anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, chat. That's all I got. Josh, is there anything you want to cover out of the article?
No. It's just I think my favorite ban out of this is the 9 Titans because we talked about the big bubble of the big pool or pond or whatever of 20 viable characters, right? And most of them, to get over the hump into being competitive, had to put damage or stats on it, right? We saw a lot of stat stick characters, Godzilla, Devil Jin, Porco. They're all putting stats on things and playing big-ish moves. Nine Titans being gone, besides making your seven-handers not worried for their life when the Titan Pow comes flying down their throats, it enables you to have a wider section of cards you can play. You don't have to play. It lets you play your no damage stat buffing characters, right? So now you can play Mark Tyner and be like, all right, I don't have to worry about my damage as much.
Yeah, and I love not gatekeeping out whole archetypes, right?
Yeah.
The game it is wide, the meta is wide, but it could be wider.
It could be wider.
Whether that's a good thing or not, we'll figure out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
When instead of 15 decks, you have to prep for 55 decks.
Yeah. But if your 55 decks are, if 30 of the 55 decks are, I'm cantripping and just sending attacks at you and playing normal universes and not just jamming stats down the entire throat because I can play other decks, then that's probably good for the format because that's just, I'm going to play the game.
Yeah. We like playing the game.
Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts? I think I have one more after that, unless you cover it.
Oh, I think it's just that this is the best ban list they've released all year for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I do still want to keep an eye on Unyielding and Deku.
Yeah. Yep.
Like Unyielding is a card that I personally think gatekeeps a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can make the argument that with Hanji probably dead, and the rest of the backup decks taking a hit, like maybe you just don't see Unyielding as much, and it's less of a problem. It's like a sideboard piece for Rodan and other decks like that.
Yep.
And so maybe you're allowed to play your Emirs and your Ryus and your Dorians and your like stuff like that you just aren't. If you want to have 10 foundations, you're just illegal.
Yeah.
And so like that could be a problem. That's something that I would want to keep an eye on. But we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to play the format again.
Yeah.
We've been pretty like. We've said out loud, like, we haven't played in weeks, right?
Yeah.
We've been playing the Mass Effect board game for a couple of weeks.
Anything but UVS for the past couple of weeks.
And so, like, I'll probably show up to locals tomorrow.
Yeah.
I might build something, like, in the parking lot or whatever, but...
Yeah.
But I'm, like, willing to show up and play the game again.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll just... I don't think anyone's going to play, like, banned cards. Like, I'll probably do...
I might play Mark... Truthfully, I might play Mark Tyner.
Sure,
like,
that's fine.
I know he's not legal or whatever, but it's locals. So.
Yeah, it's locals. We had our local play Fern the entire time. All played Nago if it matters. Yeah. I might mess with Porco to see how he feels with Harris instead of teamings at this point. And, like, experiment with what the meta kind of feels like. But that's still like, hey, we have bans to test now. We have things to do. There's research to be done. And you did cover what I wanted to say is I wish we touched Deku in some form to go with this because that is my concern about the format. Is Unyielding now the only tool we have to answer Deku other than trying to like tamper down the aggro decks?
Yeah. I think like I think in their mind, Deku isn't overrepresented, it's not winning, and it's not a negative play experience because you get 4 turns to figure it out.
Right.
Like
whether or not you actually get to play your cards in those 4 turns is like a different story and isn't really analyzed well. But they know, hey, Deku's killing on 4.
But you're allowed to like posture, right? Like I played against Corey Nelson on Deku as Godzilla, which should be a favorable matchup. But like Corey's such a good player that I still had to like consider my sequencing.
Right.
And like really try to get my Unyielding through because you can't just play one; they just flash it,
or
seal it, or whatever.
Yeah, they do whatever to it,
and so like I think in their perspective, the deck's just not overrepresented. It's not winning at an alarming rate, and it gives you enough time to find an answer before it kills you. That it's not a super negative play experience. Hopefully, it doesn't become one.
Yeah. I mean, we
But
have
Guilty Gear also has like a shit ton of tools to answer it anyway. So
yeah, and I've seen a lot in like the discords where like, oh yeah, Chinatown's gonna answer all the deck or not Roman Castle's gonna answer Deku, and I'm just like, I don't think that's true. Just because of the tools that currently exist in the format, right?
sure, I want to see people playing split body control to flip
Yeah.
their Chinatown so that they can then use Roman cancel. Like I think there are interaction pieces that you can
Mm-hmm.
play to like. I think it's interactable
Yeah.
in a way that like Titan Pile for 400 was barrier shield or die
Yeah.
a lot of the
Yeah.
time.
And like whether the Deku's evolved to now go back to life or something else for like cancels,
Incredible display
yeah,
cancels.
incredible
Yeah.
space cancels, any other kind of cancels, then like we'll see what happens, right? And the deck evolving is good for the format, right? They get to figure out new answers and we get to change things and it's a tug of war back and forth. And if there's only one deck, if you're like, hey, we just have to build for Deku. Have an answer for Deku is a better answer than I don't know, man. There's 5 decks, you gotta have an answer for all of them.
Yeah, Deku has a lot of natural answers.
Yeah.
Like
Desperate
my fist solved my
Struggle.
problems.
Yep.
The one diff that
Yep.
makes it 4 speed.
Yep. Yep.
Like, that one's like a pretty clean answer if you just have the fire symbol.
Yeah. We'll have Drift if you have all or Earth. I don't love that one because it's still a 4 block.
Sure, you block it on an 8 or whatever.
Yeah,
like
whatever it is. It could be a Fajin. It could be
and
on a
check.
4. Yeah.
Check a 5.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Check
Yeah.
a 3, and they probably don't have another one because they
Yeah.
committed their whole stage or
Yeah.
whatever.
And we saw on stream this weekend that hey, turns out fighting for control makes it really hard for Deku to one shot you.
Yeah, and I think there's like Mark Tyner probably is good into Deku.
Yeah.
In the sense that like Deku can't just sell out and be like, I have to check a 5 because you can't check a 5.
Yep. Oh, I have to leave 2 up, or I have to leave 4 up really because you can make me check a 3, and then I still have to commit these 2. Oh, you can actually make me check a 1, which commits the rest.
Yeah,
of my board.
because Mark Tyner can also just play Twisty, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, he can play Twisty
for a little bit.
Well, he can play Twisty. He can do his own commit, right? So that gives him a -4, and then still play a fighting for control if he wants. He's like, nah, this is -6, man.
Yeah.
You're just not allowed.
I think
it's interesting, right?
I hope Deku doesn't become a problem. If it does, then I think that we'll be calling for them to take action. Yeah. But I think in the current state, I don't think it was justified in their metrics.
We'll see in Glasgow. There's another month. We still have January, right? So we get 2 more tournaments of results if they go, hey, Deku does turn out to be a problem. They have time to do something.
Yeah, if he's like 30% representation and half of top cuts or whatever, you're like, oh fuck, we fucked it.
Yeah, and even then, it's like, if depending on how things go, right? If last month when they did this, they said, hey, we're looking into things. If Deku is still on the radar, they can still they may be like, hey, we didn't find a good answer for Deku for this month, right? There's not a good clean cut to it that we liked or worked well that made it feel better. And so maybe they still have next month of, hey, we're doing more internal testing. Like, do we limit the forms per turn? Do we do something? Does it flip back automatically after you do the 1 punch or whatever?
Yeah, so you don't get defense also?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yep.
It's been an hour.
Yep.
I'm going to hang out with chat for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm done.
See if they got anything to say. Sam is balding about sweeping.
Yeah. All right, let's pull up. Chat is up. It's hard to read on my screen. What do we got in here? Just play now. Now I'm gaming. They can't possibly get all of them. Yeah. Just add it back to the hand. Deku also
loses one of his key pieces in rotation.
Yeah, but
Heroic Passion. What's the card draw? Oh, we lose Phantom Thread. He loses the 1 punch.
Well, he loses 1 punch, and he loses Heroic Passion for card draw. I have no idea what else he loses.
It's Phantom. Phantom Thread's the big one. I just like blinked that was the card that actually kills you. All I'm saying is I look at high diffs. I don't put them in my deck because they aren't worth it. Not because of sweeping. I disagree. High diffs are worth it, man.
If you can put stats on your high diffs, they're fucking pretty good, right? Like, Colossal Confrontation is still a pretty good card. I don't know who else wants to play it. It's a pretty good one. Ravages of War was pretty good still.
of an open-ended question. Do you think it was worth it to take the extra month? Yes.
Yes, if this is what they found out.
Like, if my choices are make a snap ban in October that isn't good and wait a month where there's not a tournament? Question mark. There was no event.
I don't think so. I'd have
Atlanta.
to go. I'd
The
have to
ban
go
list
look. Hold
came
on. Let
out
me see if I
after
can find.
Atlanta.
Yeah, I have. Let me go see if I can find my thing.
I have Ultra up. Hang on. Let's go to Metaverses.
Well, I have the
Yeah,
chart.
Atlanta was the last regional.
Yeah.
There's community
Yep.
events, but like they don't
Yeah,
keep
they
those
don't
in
keep
consideration.
track of those.
So yeah, if my options are snap ban something in October without a lot of playtest, or wait a month, get it in November,
Yeah.
I'll take the wait. I wish they would have been a little more committal in the October list and said like, "Hey, we recognize that there's a lot of community feedback that there are problems, people aren't happy.
Yeah.
We're not promising you anything, but expect a more robust explanation in November."
Yeah.
I think that would have garnered a lot of goodwill out of the like, man, I'm
That.
just bored.
Yeah.
I don't even know that the format is bad, but it's stale because we've been playing it. Because like TMNT had almost no impact. Critical Role didn't have a huge impact
Yeah. We're
outside
seeing
of the
no
stuff.
characters. Well, we're seeing like no characters from
Um,
TMNT besides Allura the one time with the
yeah,
combo deck.
yeah, and TMNT was basically DOA, so we've
Yeah.
kind of been in the same, mostly the same format since
Yeah.
AOT3, and I think you could have gotten a lot of goodwill out of just saying like,
Hey, we're working on
yeah,
stuff.
we hear you. We don't know what yet, but
We are.
there's
We're cooking.
probably something in
Let
the
us cook.
future.
We're cooking on something. Yeah. I think if the snap decision is, if you told me that the snap decision was Pony gets a once per turn, Sweeping Daggers is banned, and then like Nine Titans ends up with unique, and Nine Titans probably ends up with unique instead of being banned. Right? It's probably the
Uh-huh.
difference. We probably still get teaming. We probably get something to Pony, and Sweeping probably gets banned. We probably don't hit Titanglyph. Would be my guess if they didn't cook hard enough to find out what it was, or maybe Godzilla gets eroded, one or the other. But I do think the extra time spent helps them make a good decision in how we got here.
Yep.
Like I would,
Yeah, and I'm broadly going to be for that. I just wish the communication around it was a little better.
yeah.
Is the last time I'll say it. Yeah.
I think that's what we harp on a lot around here. Is we do harp for them to just communicate better, and even just giving crumbs of here's a thing we're looking at. Right.
And like I know most card games don't do that, right? Like
Right.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Pokemon, they don't do that.
Yeah.
But you know who does? Grand Archive.
Yeah.
Grand Archive actually just has a list of cards that are like, this one's kind of fucked. We're watching it.
Well, I think even Flesh and Blood does as well, but I could be wrong. I think they're like, hey, we're looking at this character. We're looking at them. We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not a Fab gamer, so I don't know a ton about that one.
Yeah.
But I did follow Grand Archive for like a decent bit because I think that game's pretty fun. Our local community just didn't
Didn't
vibe.
take off. Yeah.
No, there people play. I think people
okay.
still play. I just don't want to play with them.
Oh, fair. Very similar to Gundam, right?
Worse than that, probably.
Okay. Oh wow, that's incredible. That's actually incredible.
But yeah, like they just have that list. Like,
As far as I know, Yu-Gi-Oh will just shadow drop ban list randomly. Right? Yeah. Like if,
they did it like 2 weeks ago, right? Like that was the whole meme that Ryan Levine was like, what the fuck, the worst band company on the planet is managing their band list better than Universes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm overall pretty happy with it. I hope we get.
Yeah.
If it takes us 2 months to do anything and get like an updated pruning to the format, so if we get January, new year, new format effectively, then hey, that's probably fine, right?
Unless something like really egregious
Yeah.
pops up at the next two,
If
this
it's-
is the world's format, right?
Yeah.
Like
if it's top 8
plus King of
Glasgow,
Fighters.
yeah, it's like top 8 Glasgow and top 8 Buffalo is just all Dekus or something else that like, oh, we found this busted thing in Guilty Gear, right? It's all 8 of these things, and you go, all right, well, turns out this card from Undaunted Raid also still needs to go.
Yeah. But like I think a lot of people are broadly going to be happy with saying Worlds plus this plus King of Fighters is your Worlds format. Start prepping.
Yeah.
Um, you have to do a little work once we see King of Fighters
Yeah,
cards, but
it's
for
hey,
the most part, you can like start locking in your deck.
yeah, it's like hey, do I care about KOF cards at all? The answer could be
Yeah,
no. The answer could be just you might need to know about an action that does a thing. That's fine.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's way too early to even think about like what those cards look like.
The best thing from Gear is if they're gonna let the Bridget Infinite slide. Yeah, yeah, that's the problem. That's the one problem we have left over. Of like, hopefully they do something. If they don't, whoever makes the best, most consistent version of that deck is gonna go crazy.
It taking an extra month caused multiple people I know to waste hundreds of dollars. That's fair, I guess, but I don't like. I see your point, but I is it? Are you talking about specifically because of the Godzilla Day thing, or just like in general? Because I think in general, broadly, you can never avoid that, right? People are
Yep.
going to buy cards at inopportune times
Yep.
if there's a ban list. The Godzilla Day thing, I think, is valid because I did.
Yeah.
I almost bought alt sweeping daggers.
I
If
almost
I
bought.
could have,
I almost bought alt teamings, and I was like, you know what? There's a chance. I'll wait.
yeah. If a single store had 4 alt sweeping daggers, I was gonna buy 4, but the only
Yeah.
person that had 4 was Sean, and he was charging $80 a piece for them.
Nope. Nope.
There was like other places that had them for 40,
Yeah.
but they only had like 1 or 2, and I was like, I don't want to deal with it.
Yep.
It's not worth it.
You still want an alt? I got one.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Had to ask.
Because they bought Teamings and Nine Titans after months of expecting a ban. Last ban list, they finally bit the bullet. Figured they've gotten banned by now. They were going to.
I don't know, man. We went years without Back Alley Haymaker getting banned after years of crying for it to be banned. So, like,
Yeah.
it's also a card game thing of, I don't know, man. It'll just happen sometimes. Like, Magic is notorious for, hey, we've been watching this thing. Like, people bought Mana Crypts because new committee. Is it Mana Crypt or is it Mana Vault? Mana Crypt, right?
And a crypt.
Yeah.
Yeah, the zero diff one.
Yeah, so people are like, oh, I'm going to finally buy my Mana Crypt and my Jeweled Lotus and my Dockside. And then, hey, by the way, we're banning them. No warning.
Yeah. I get the feels bad on an
Yeah.
individual level. I think there's always going to be someone who just bought expensive cards and they get banned.
Mm-hmm.
Like it does. It's gonna happen. That's how card games work. Does it suck? I'll give you.
Yeah, it
I'll cede that point.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to solve it.
Yeah.
Outside of a living card game.
Outside of them being like, we'll release it on the Friday before Godzilla Day specifically because we know you're going to buy cards. That's the only thing they could have done differently over this entire situation. Like, hey, here's our ban list. It's on a Friday. Buy the cards you want on Monday. That's the only thing they could have done differently. Which
the cards are still playable in Metro or whatever, and Heroic, but that's a format. Because I'm pushing Heroic, but Heroic has to be a format, right?
Yep.
Like, this is a topic for another time, maybe like next week or whatever. But I think rotation will drop a lot of players, and I think there has to be an intermediary format between standard and retro in 26 or 7.
Yeah.
It just has to exist.
Yeah, because we'll have the smallest set of MHA cards we've ever had, right? Outside of and people love playing MHA Spotlight. So
yeah, that was a pretty popular side event every major. So. Does Rochester still have that policy? I have no idea.
All right, the problem there, Marvin, is if you buy them on TCG Player, you probably don't have the ability to do that, right? Like, what TCG player goes, oh, they got banned today? Suck, man. You bought them.
Marvin is just out here trying to increase Rochester's monopoly on the market.
Yeah. Yeah. If I had a spot I could link to the Final Round game store, I would. But...
Soon, TM, according to Jacob.
Yeah. Clip that one. You could buy them from there. Yeah, overall. Marvin,
I'm pretty happy.
Marvin, as a pony player, how are you feeling, bud? You okay? This is a pony support group. I'll here to pat your back.
I'm gonna bail for the pony support group and go take my dog for a walk. But This is where we would put our store link if we had.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And this is where the final round link will go when Jacob has one,
Yep.
or Jacob will be losing friends. Clip it.
It should have happened at Worlds Lamau. Yeah, probably. Like it is crazy that she got this far without anything. I think once per turn is too harsh, but it is what it is. You can go play Falling Skies Pony now. It'll be fine. Hell, go play the one diff. Go play the one check. Do some cool building.
At least we didn't. I don't think she's as dead as Kirishima 1 and 2 were.
True.
So
True.
Okay.
Yep.
I am gonna bail.
Yep.
Chat, thanks for hanging out, recording. Thanks for watching. We can hit Tam with a raid probably, unless you're gonna stay on.
Is he up yet? Is the question?
They're playing games.
All right.
Yeah,
we
went live at almost the exact same time.
Okay, then we will go raid Tam. Go watch his games. Go support Barlow. He's playing Sung Jin Woo. Hopefully, it goes well for him. Raid Tam.
You built all the cards for Barlow, and then Nick updated TTS. And
the best part is I hadn't even gotten to it yet. / raid. Tam. Wait, what is this other thing? Raid browser. Find someone to raid. Raid browser? What the fuck? Let's raid.
Love you too, Marvin. Bye.
Bye. Love you, Marvin. Raid Tam Cardwell. Boop. This channel is follower or subscriber only chat. Well, that's fine. Hopefully. I have no idea.
Tam has his chat in follower only mode. That's crazy. My man got 40 viewers and was like, "Yo, we gotta lock this shit down.
Get them with the ads." Did we raid already? Did it go through?
I don't know.
I don't want to knock. I just want to fucking...
I don't think so.
God damn it. Do the thing. / raid. Channel. Does it need to be in the thing? Said... Oh, raid now. There we go. Button. Alright. They should be over there. I hope.
What's Barlow playing right now? He's playing Muscular? That's
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Versus Grog?
Alright, this is a very funny game.
This is like the wackest matchup of all time. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna eat my dinner.
Hey, look at what the dog has done. What used to be a ball.
Jesus. The best part is the camera blurred it out.
It's a bowl instead of a ball.
Yep. Alright. See you tomorrow, bud.